Hello, it's the return of Dr. Red Bull Racing, and I know you've all been eagerly anticipating my shock return due to my false promises of lots of videos over the winter which never quite sufficed. I'm terribly sorry I'm terribly sorry for that, and yeah, I did have some interesting projects which I wanted to touch on during the winter months. But unfortunately, lots of things came across, just general work and stuff, so I couldn't be able to really push on with it. And I still got the info and loads of research I did, and for sure I'll probably use that sort of data later on for when the video is appropriate. But now we're back with the F1 season. I wasn't doing a testing video but never got round to it. But now that we've had our first race, I'm 100% committed to do a video for every race which happens and to document on what happens with Red Bull, which is looking for a very interesting year for them this year, because they seem to be under the cosh a bit, which they have been in the past, but this time the magnitude is slightly more profound than it usually is. So on this video I want to touch on the Australian weekend as a whole, and as a Red Bull fan, I'm generally pleased with what's happened, especially what we've learned about the RB10 and these new power units, these V6 engines. The collaboration has been really awkward for Red Bull at this moment in time, and from what we've seen in testing, it well, to be honest, I didn't actually think they was going to finish the race. Thankfully one driver did, which was Ricciardo, which is fantastic. Great debut from him. So yeah, just looking back as a weekend as a whole, I've been really delighted with the progress Red Bull have made since the third Bahrain test. Qualifying was fantastic. Bad for Vettel on that side of the garage. His Renault was underpowered. He wasn't getting the torque or something, or he couldn't match up the ECU. I don't know, something like that. The power wasn't quite there for him, and therefore he was pushing like crazy, and it ultimately led to like 3 or 4 mistakes, which is really rare to see from him. But unfortunately, he was really compromised during Q2, and inevitably he ended up not making it. And you can tell he was really frustrated afterwards when he found out he didn't make it. He was punching the air, and the crowd really delighted about it, which I thought was quite funny actually. I didn't take it too seriously. I thought it was quite amusing because of the feud with Webber. So yeah, I saw the funny side to it. I know a few people reacted quite adversely to it, but due to the feud which Vettel and Webber had over the years, it doesn't surprise me at all. And that's just the Australian humour. I think it's very Sledgehammer like. So no surprise there. And Ricciardo, what performance from him. Always been a big fan of him. He's renowned for good qualifying. He's probably one of the top 3 best qualifiers, I think, in F1 at the moment. He really is good under pressure when it comes to 1-lap pace. He is a specialist, I would say. I do hope for the future he's just not remembered for that, for being a good qualifier like Jarno Trulli was. I really hope it extends to other areas or disciplines in Formula 1. So yeah, fantastic. He split the 2 Mercedes. It was really close between him and Rosberg. I think it was like half a tenth difference between them. So that was really close, give or take. That could have easily gone the other way around, but to split the 2 Mercs was brilliant. Yes, the adverse weather did help Red Bull, I do think, so that did draw back the pace of the Mercedes. I'm pretty sure if it was dry, those 2 guys would have been 5 tenths ahead of everyone else. I think Hamilton got pole by 3 or 4 tenths, I can't remember to be honest, but I knew it was quite significant. So yeah, so great performance by Ricciardo, and for the race, even more pleased for him, because one of the faults which people criticise about Ricciardo is that he qualifies well, but he ends up going backwards in the race. He's useless in the race. But I've consistently said to Youngman that he does it in the Toro Rosso, but the Toro Rosso is out of position, and you've got likes of a Ferrari or Lotus behind him, so it is natural, no matter how talented he is, to go backwards. It's always going to happen. And Verne, being a poor qualifier, goes forwards, so everyone says he's a good racer. I've never bought into that, and I'm really pleased he held on to second all race. I watched it all. He had some pressure from Magnussen, sorry. I was thinking of Magnum for some reason. I think I've seen the Kimi Manuel thing. He was under pressure from him towards the end. For sure, he had some fuel issues towards the end, but yeah, he did well for the pressure, I think. And the McLaren's a fast car this year. Would have been interested if Bottas would have still been around if he didn't have his incident in the wall, and Massa with his incident with Kobayashi, sorry. I think the Williams might have nicked third and fourth, second, sorry. So yeah, so that would have been interesting if they were still around. But all in all, we can't take them away from Ricciardo. Fantastic race for him. I'm going to touch on the he's been disqualified afterwards. I'm going to do that in a separate video, so I'll touch on that then. I'm not going to do it in this video because I just want to do a separate video for it to say my thoughts on it. And that's pretty much it really. Vettel, again, he had to retire after 5 laps he managed. Again, it was the same problem which he had in qualifying. The Renault was on the power and he wasn't giving any power at all. He was severely compromised, so it was best off to retire him, have a look what's going on, and because they only have 5 engines a year, it's important that they don't severely damage the engines because they're incredibly rare now, not like they used to be. So unfortunate for him, and it's a real shame because on Friday he looked pretty good. He looked really good on the board. He was showing the true performance of the RB10, so I was really positive for him. But sadly, the Renault side of things let him down significantly, which is disappointing, I guess. But hey, that's racing, I guess. And that concludes my Australian review. It's very short, very on to the dot. Again, like I said, look out for my Ricciardo video. I'm going to try and do little short snap videos, you know, make it quicker. Of course, my reviews of races is going to be a little bit more elongated because of the significance of it. But I'm going to try and do little, you know, short 2-3 minute videos now on. So I'm hoping my Ricciardo video will be like 5 minutes. Why I don't think you should get disqualified. Anyway, that's the video and that's the review. Nice to see you guys, and thank you for watching. Please give the video a like and share it around with your friends and that. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Take care.